This is Jafric Radio. Radio.
Political race, some music race, commercial race, political race. So they want I to change my identity. Musically.
This is Jafric Radio. Radio.
To change my identity. Musically. My identity. Your work must be done. Your work must be done. Your work must be done.
This is Jafric Radio.
Work in the east, work in the west, work in the north, work in the south, work over there, we work over here, we work everywhere, work over there, we work over here, we work everywhere. So they want I to change my identity. Musically. My identity. Who will stand up for the people? Musically. Who will stand up for the people?
You are listening and watching Jafric Radio.
This is Jafric Radio.
Like, subscribe, share all our social media handles. Arigato. Bye bye. Share. Jafric Radio is affiliated with Aduma FM.
Chiankoma Nana ya Pop, Jafric Radio.
Special good morning and come out the entire crew. Nana ya Pop and the entire crew. Jafric Radio Japan. Good morning. We love you. Congratulations. We love you. Yeah,
Jafric Radio.
Yeah, Jafric Radio.
You change your money now. Nana de show on Japan
Asemwa bo Monty asemwa bana hwe yese amagana na ne ho abasam amagana na ne de onwa ye ne se efie ani school no amagana anka wiase afana nyina etene nka na nka omopu abehwe ye kai edibo amagana din ani osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah osajefo bebi a obia no onyame mfa okrensi hwe amagana asise die asase ne nyina yafuntum no amagana aye freni sika kokokuro no sese na asase nyina aye bisi pasa eba ne sen sika ne bre ena awiewie amagana sa uko maya ofena amagana mu a emu nsuku nyina atete apansa sana ne hospitals ne nuaba ne yakike ka ho nyina so ebugu wohwe na kwan wohwe senia ewiemu niamate a na eyebobu hwe wasede wo besi cathedral amahwan cathedral monyankopon aka kire se oni baabi a ote ana na hwan na ɔsɛ obɛsisa cathedral no ɛne ɛwote a na wakɔbisa ɔsakyɛfo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ne kura ɔkyekyere yɛ tɛma ɛmaa yɛn company kɛseɛ a bɛtumi ahoro gyansana mama yɛnya petrol ne bi agu yɛ cars ne yɛ lorries ne awura ne yɛ mfidie nyinaa no sɛsɛ hwɛ kuro no ankasa no atete apansam saa company no nso ayɛ biribi a ɛwɔ hɔ brana bɛhwɛ ɔman Ghana anka wobɔ edin a na obi aka esien asafo asare ni wɔn keka ka ho wɔn aka sɛ Ghana for deɛ ɔno wɔn kɔbɔ bɔra ɛsɛ hwɛ ne yie na yɛwɔ titirifo bebree anka ehu a na yɛte wɔn din kra ne abubrim ɛna ɛwɔ nyinaa wɔ he wɔn po ante ase kra ne yɛmfa wɔn nyɛ tawa na yɛasom oba yɛn defense a borders nyinara ɛkwan dedam obi atimi firi baabi aba sɛ yɛka sɛ yɛma yɛn information bi akora na kana bense na yɛwɔ vans ɛbɔ nkura so ɛkɔ nkura so kɔyi sene kyerɛn ɛka ne yɛkɔ so kyerɛn ɛnɛ ne nyinaa ayɛ sɛ efie ne school.
This is Jafric Radio.
Ɛbaa ne sɛn ɛna ɔman ama Ghana ayɛ frɛ no sika kɔkɔɔ kuro ɛnɛ abidu sei wokan sika sɛm de a ɛne na demrifa due sɛ de obiara se kuro no mu ayɛ hye adɛn na aba ɛna ama ɔman Ghana a yɛfrɛ no ama Ghana sesei wɔsum wɔdi apene ɛwɔ ne mu saa no wohwɛ yɛn ambassadors a wɔn tete nkuro foforɔ so ɛhwɛ yɛn a yɛtutu kwan wɔn so a ɛno nso ayɛ boakye bi den wɔkɔmpo na wobisa sɛ wopɛ wei anapɛ yɛ a sɛ bɛyɛ na bɛhu ne akompo a
This is Jafric Radio.
na bibi ne nyinaa ne sɛ ama Ghana ɛdi awerɛhoɔ hwɛ yɛn a yɛ kuro naa no yɛmpɛ ɔma no yie nti deɛ yɛn yɛtumi kɔfa ahɔhoɔ ɛma wɔn ba kurom ha ɛbɛyɛ ne wɔn pɛ na bisa ho sɛ hwan ɛne wo na abɛkɔ obi kurom na akɔyɛ ne awopɛ wɔ hɔ no yɛnso ne hwɛ yɛsi yɛbɔ yɛn ho ban yɛasogyafoɔ yɛapolisifoɔ wɔn wɔ yɛn bɔda so ɛne wɔn wɔ yɛn airport nyinaa
Jafric Radio.
saa ne sɛ anything for the boys adentin anything for the boys wokɔ akɔbere mogya mu ne biribi kakraba no oduru tema port nso a ɛhɔ deɛ bobuo enti sesei ɔman ayɛ ama Ghana yɛnyɛ ne den ama Ghana mensu nyame mmere.
This is Jafric Radio.
ama Ghana yɛma yɛakɔ yɛma wo damirifa sɛ watete apansam nanso ɛnka akyiri akyea na ɛmu yɛ yɛmeɛ nyinaa yɛnyinye yɛmfi yɛn nsa ɛnsi yɛn bo nka sɛ yɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ na yɛhwɛ biribi yie a yɛmaa no yɛbɛyɛ yie ama yɛn ti yɛmeɛ ninye yɛnka sɛ yɛfiri Ghana na ɔmaa no ɛbɛyɛ yie o ɛnyɛ yie o yɛfiri me ne waa
Jafric Radio.
atiefoɔ ne ahwɛfoɔ yɛma mo nyinaa akɔ aba ɛba Jafric Radio ɛwɔ Tokyo, Japan sɛnea mo amunim na ɔtwe mmienu biara yɛba nsɛm a yɛkɔ so yɛ amanum no ɛne yɛdi bi ho pensem na ansa ne yɛbɛkɔ so no yɛsrɛ mo ntam kutuu yɛwɔ nkaebɔ ketewa bi wɔ ha a yɛde bɛma mo na yɛdi ma mo wie a na afei yɛate asitimpon no mu Elder Emmanuel Lack and family a wɔwɔ Japan wɔn se wɔn maame waka nkyin agu na wɔn akɔyɛ yie no wɔ Ghana nanso ɛsɛ wɔn ka n'akyi kura enti on be say aye a year no foforo enso wo Japan ha no oba panyin adwoa lakute a obi anyim se efe no mama panyin ne funeral arrangements no eti say kwasiada aye 18 September ewo the Church of Pentecost Central Assembly ewo Japan Tokyo on be year from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. say ye die no Japan anya Ghana enti Japan time 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. na opese unya aye hu sise bia na say udi hu kita hu bia na wetimi afre Elder Bill sabe Elder Emmanuel Lack ewo 080 3421 1128 Elder AJ Mensa 090 66583263 Elder William Kwake Kwatin ewo telephone number 090 8509 4480 ope another information so they come 5 pop Sami 090 830 11149 Elder Osubonsu 090 9646 9762 Abeku Ekins 090 9836 3537 Ena Elder Ajeman 090 8509 4349 Sen nipa mabu ndi nyina open information bia betimi anya afiri ho no mo nwie nyina nko boa ye nua no na ompra ne maame achiri kura Jafric Radio enso se opese onya ya na okọ App Store obenya yo ho Google Play Store so obenya na download na yewo ni awoye yewazoye emawo Africa Palace Shop Soka buy your African goods from this place. Telephone number here 080 3544 4552. Ope bibia ya Africana bisa African Palace Shop ewo Soka ewo Japan. Omo bibia omo bo so eda from pa. And as I say no yewo Bosume Baako for commercials every second 27th August to 26th to be our commercials bia na fabra na yeni hu nkomo ne nhwe se betimi aboa na announcement kakra ehon na yede asidanso ebema onwa atembia omso yasin ma yetimede yeniemen enyina abram aye Bayside Agency onwani ye sponsors ntino yesremo bia so be sponsor ye no ye ready see ebema no akwaba na ye so ye de niema ana ya bo niema ho dawru amano ene ensama ye bebobo ho no ye ensama asese no edi yenya awoye manu papa nanso ansana mekoso no onwa onbeboa me ama yaka nsem ya na yabobo nsem hu eye mpanyimfo mienu ne kure ni won adwen mu edo se yaka Ghana abakosemo a ni mpanyinsem a ni yi politics a omudi mu akutin na ni odika na eye Dr. Yahaya Seidu ti mesaya wo hanma emu akwaba Mr. Felix Owusu ana onso ediso onso owo Tokyo Hanum Mr. Owusu emu akwaba
mejo so aka
that's it
the force me mama asetra
da wasi bebre ene yan koma ebedin yese Ghana etu emoja I say Ghana is bleeding. I didn't know Ghana etu moja. We say Menyo Niyama Ghana etu moja. Ghana yɛwɔ nneɛma a kyɛ sɛ yɛse sɛbe yɛnkɔ obi afikyiri koraa nkɔgye kaprɛ koraa ɛni asɛm ka wɔn mmom na ɛsan ka yɛbue apoma wɔn na nka ɔmo ɛyɔ ɛba ne yɛn nso yɛboa wɔn mo mpɛ wusu mpakyɛ tena yie kakra miehu anim na ho ɔfɛ kɔkakra ka ho kɔkakra ka ho okay yo thank you nti so ba yɛn asase mu a da bi afi yɛaka yɛabrɛ ɛne yɛwɔ gold yɛwɔ diamond yɛwɔ timber yɛwɔ kwame yɛwɔ kofi yɛwɔ kwadwo ne nyinaa yɛwɔ bi ɛnso still yɛnsa yɛde kɔ lalasimila ti sɛ me a meti ha yi yɛakɔ sukuu awie a adwen ɛwɔ yɛ tirim yɛ adwen mu dɔ ɛnso yɛn nyinaa yɛ dɛn yɛdwane afiri yɛ ma nom ɛna yɛne na amanfoɔ kwan so ɛna obroni frɛ no brain drain mo a mo panelists yɛ amoti hɔ nso mo ka ho bi yɛn education so no ofa ɛyɛ monyo yɛ boast to you're one of the best educations in the world, for that matter in South Africa or West Africa. And so still you face a lot of challenges. If you any acquire Greek in Swa, near the Akosha, Ukraine and Russia war, say, woman am I a Greek in ye. And so meeting a catcher and say, for the past 2 or 3 months in a drum me a bro. Any idea near bebree a bra I mean Tokyo Japan hano a bread yina if you Tokyo here and so say well ni ma Greek one sem ka Japan ya baby as you bro and so to meet you bro was just 4 months fancy yes summer and so to meet you bro money fee a chat I just said every day ye bi na yan so you crowd there mpanyefo say ya awie bro kra na say ya akɔtsi sɛ bro no nya yakɔtu egu no kra no yakɔtugu na nsuo kuso acha na ɔtwe na start fifi enso yakobi man so na yakɔtu bro yanhwɛ yɛn transport ne yɛn communication highways there o kan bɛka sɛ ɔmɔbɔ homɔden enso wa ofa kwan so a na ohu o hwɛ yɛ friends communication setup NTM ne nkrofo ni wo ma keka kan na ye niam ya bufa so sei ni enya me na meka mo amunim ye say ye culture anso de say no ya to atwene efie kura no kura ye mpese ye beka ye krum kasa o pefro bi o telephone so no ne ba na brofo so so ya kan so entisi so no anse esisi ni trase enso ande ye mfa ya ho kura na ye wie so a ekomo so ade nyina chi nso no ye so nyankopon so ya hye nyankopon bo say yabesi adan ama no me wo nyankopon so nka nche mu bia so se ohia dan wa mo hwehwe sese ye bibia akoto Russia ni Ukraine so ka emra osagefo ho no a me kura ma ye adwuma hoda na ye wo baabi wo tema a won ko to crude oil no ba e ho no refine when you be there supply na bia ma panso nya adwuma ni ade ya niam na ebufa so tema was very lively and so hwe ni nyina sese no yan ya yesu ni abanti okohwe ato aye skeleton eni si ho no anka e ho a ka se energy and petroleum problems yi die kan yi ya hwe agro di mo sports the youth and sports here mrantie ni mabawe ye won a wo hoden a won betimi aye niema fast sports ho enso there be that crofobia prepare won mo je ni mu kra no akobo ball no akwalify no o mu wi a ni asen akofa nkrofoforo pesani nkuminyanti yeso won mu na nkonkobbo na mo fa ma oma no me hu a ye bop mirrors no so no ye hu bebre kra na from kra so mba then so eba ni say ne ko ba ni sa te be dan ye sports no so kra na ye e defense te am say a minister na no betimi actually say defense for kra mo place bi kra de fa wi mu a now be information there all our informations are distorted until now no I'm say panelists ni betimi akan bi ho na almighty finance ye kunyen nneɛma yɛdi abobo obi esu sɛ ɔman no mu ayɛ den nyinaa ɛyɛ yɛsikasɛm atutu ayɛ pasaa kyinyame n'anim yɛnsan hwɛ interior no anke nso yɛka sɛ ɛno na ɛbɛbɔ yɛn ho ban no ɛm sɛ me last program yɛ meka bibi fa security ho na ne yɛbɛkɔ into details ano bɛhu sɛ security na yɛka ho asɛm last 2 weeks no bebree ɛneɛ ɔwan na ɛka ho sɛ abamu awie na nti no sɛ nsɛm ɛwɔ hɔ no menka ma no nyɛ tenten ɛfiri sɛ mene me panelist yi ɛbɛbɔbɔ ho ɔno nso ɔmde ho adwene aba ɛmo nso atiefoɔ ne ahwɛfoɔ yɛsrɛ mo na deɛ I see you no and I'm watching you live no. Watch us live and give us your comments, give us your telephone give us telephone calls na intimi nyo na ade no nyi na I see you live no eya na ma de efe ehu sɛ mo yɛ nso mo nka mo adwen ba sama Ghana bleeding no na yɛtimi anya first aid ama na gya on so agya enti without much further ado no me panelists me mamu nyina akwa aba
beji so
and there am say Mr. Yaya when I'm do be fiase bi say o dia wa yo ho nti ni say o be hye soft na pa me pa cho bebre yes Ghana see too moja in a nutshell no so because obi too moja na e dia amane e na ohunu just 2 minutes per where there ma ona is answer no first time my mouth more time 2 minutes nti yenti e kakra
yo Mr. Donko medase ana mechia atifu nyina so Jafric Radio so me mamoni yo ne adwuma pa moye enokre
This is Jafric Radio.
Anka ye oman bia anka yensem fata ewo ebia bia ye wom sabre nanso aja woni ho akoka se okonfo se ko ohwa tibia Ghana wom sabre ya entia obia ekase atetia pansana enam niema be miensa na nan bi so aban wote so ewo se obo modern tutu kwa ma wanfa tukwa ene asobrachie oye no ho se onim bibia anase nyensa nyina anase nimdie nyina wo wiase ntino ene de yabedu ni ye wom sabre wo hwemu a ewiase nyina se wuyi ye friends Sri Lanka asesan if esika firi ho a ye ne de ne to so mienu a ewie semene ukasai ufa dollar ba ko a ukuta Ghana sika ba cedi du sika dada no pimha ana ebasa so emanema etu je fi se Ghana no ye import supporting economy ye can say import supporting economy and that's driving economy ye niema ye no Ghana na se di no Ghana nyina na se ye de ye dada astra Ghana no dodo no free amanone enti se basa na chese sika dodo so ne yesesa no de ko amanone ekoto sa ne ma ne de ba enti se ekobase yesika no etete pansama ebe bia no yehia sika bebrebe ne de akwa akwafa niema aba ebasa emanema boyede te emanema boyede so a sika so ni mo man no ema ye ho kire ana aban no so efrebi you policies niema odi tutu kwam ema saa niema ni nyina eto ekosotin ema omam atimamfo no to no eno so waye no ho asobrache se ono woni bibia na se wonu nkrofo no mbuma no woni bibia nti ɛnam saa nti no ɛba saa amanye ma bibire atochima wo kanso a nka aban deɛ woyɛ agya yɛ ka bibi sɛ asante kasa wo bibi yɛ ka sɛ agya mesrɛ me ka sɛ me kana anya mo fancha wana sɛ mo correct me wɔse yɛde yaso wode waso ɛteto ɛfam na wohu sɛ bibi tochima na sɛ bibi yɛ obi kasa bi a waka na so bi adwumi bi a wakyerɛ ɛyɛ a na wode bi ahyɛ kotokum na wode ɛyɛ adwuma bata aban a wo hoi wayɛ no ho sɛ ɔno deɛ ɔni bibia ɛnam saa nti no nneɛma ɛtochima so obi ka na ayɛ ntɔkwa na ayɛ sɛ yɛtwa abɔ no nti wɔn a wɔwɔ nimde ɛwɔ ɛyɛ basa no mu nyinaa taa yɛ dini yɛhwɛ so nti yɛhwɛ no na afsɛ adena ɛkwa na ɛkɔ na go saa bɛ akɔdu pɛpɛ so bi a Ghana abutu anisa nti awurade ne yɛbɔ no pae sɛ ɔbɛhwɛ na aban wasɔ n'asene na watuma yi bibi amanaboa watie wɔn ma wɔn nim de na watuma yi bibi aboa ama ɔman no afa ne ntoma ba frɛ nyɛ sɛ ade ado deɛ
ehia mpaebɔ
enti
daase bebree ama yate nneɛma ɛkɔ so ɛne nea yɛbɛfeesi ɛne nea yɛbɛbooboo ho nti Mr. Osu nso wodeɛ wa wonim time yie nti no in a nutshell Ghana is bleeding. Let's give Ghana first aid.
Okay. Uncle Yahaya me say uchi ni mood of umudo ye. Yeah, because bia Yahaya say do because uchi peja cravat. You surprised me very much. Yeah. Uchi me.
And yeah, you should be.
Anyway, well, me feel say baby Ghana kodru no kore peni mpenifu a wo ni nyina no e na wo mammoaye me ka mpenifu a papa maame a family me ka tambia say a man be ye ya it's from the unit cell abusian baako na koka baako na koka eku no na koka na sore na ko school na e kakra na baby ya nam sesia no eniama pro aprokra I just say to wake up to clean up the system no mpenifu anyere wo ho nti fi ni we koso yi and now one other issue ne television is a very good media just say it has to be able to use in a bit chire wo mo timanu inyansa kakra now you invite people who have brains no makasa chira manfo na television license baby and nam sesia no ofi to bia krabi nti nyanse bia nkwada trimu I just say 21st century na nkwada ntumi nwi year na just baby na no enye ye ma ye da nti Ghana bleeding nyina eye bibia ache mpanifu nyina excuse me to say most of them are completely useless completely and the blame is being shelved into nkwada this is a penny to mean Lydia Koda na is a kuni nyina besai nti problems ne de say de am say ekwachiri me ka tambia me ka say and sorry no kra no anybody who embrace religion bia it ceases you to think what do we mean bio artificial intelligence generation 21st century a man for dwen no na mo say onyankopon beye it's no 21st century we don't think like that ni a man for kwan obia adane sofo it be de meka no mpanifo no bebre ni ho a wo madwen na nyeye enti ne ye bre no that is the only thing the bezza
tejumina watimi papa Ghana first aid afeni ebeko doctors na nkasa no afi won amayen treatment na nkasa na ansa ne ebeko so no ipacho monhwe sa video yimame
And you see, when I carried this document, allegedly coming from the Dankwa Institute, which is named a Japadia document. BBBR MPP, they have a blueprint. Until I'll read it. Page 32 of the Japadia document was saying 5.0 Judiciary and Governance in Ghana. I'll read paragraph 1 and then paragraph 5. Was say considering the competitive nature of our work as
this is Jafric Radio.
To be a step ahead against our opponents to secure our interest, dominance, and maintain power in 2020 and the next 20 years. Our focus as a party has always been to position our members and sympathizers at strategic positions, both in government and in the judiciary, to cover and protect our interests. This has served us well over the period. All the appointments made to the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, and some of the high courts in Ghana under our government was to promote the MPP agenda and to ensure our country never falls in the hands of the opposition NDC. Now about paragraph 5, was saying, we have to make sure that even in the unlikely event that the NDC win the 2020 elections, that they do not get the chance to appoint more judges to the Supreme Court. Our control over the judiciary is important for our protection, even if we were to lose the election. To prevent such unfortunate situations from occurring, we need to explore all legal avenues to protect our appointees within the judiciary, system, or within the judicial system, and find out ways to prevent any new government from making further appointment within the next 10 years at least. It means that deliberately they have a blueprint of packing the various courts, the judiciary, the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, the lower court, all of them. It is a deliberate attempt. It's not for any reason or coincidence that under Nado they have appointed so many people. Indeed, recently, or appointed Obi our contested on the ticket of the MPP in one of the constituencies in the voter region also. They are appointing them as one of the judges also at the Supreme Court or one of the appeal courts. It is a deliberate attempt. They have so much entrenched themselves as power. They are in control of the judiciary. And per this book, even if they are not in power, they are in control of the financial sector. Collateralizes get fund. ESLA, they have broken down those pillars. You understand? Mm-hmm. And they have waded into the oil and gas, which they have a full report also written here. It is our gold catchers, 100 of them. No? And yet, they did not use their pocket money to buy, they used the taxpayers' money to buy. But it's a deliberate attempt because Oman listed 332 small-scale mining companies that are affiliated to them. So the catchers are going to be given to them. Into time or more opposition, they still have a grip on the financial sector of the economy. The gold value chain, the oil value chain, the judiciary, everywhere. This is what this is what they've done. Into what better because a document a Japadia document yet fake, you are joking. And it is my prayer that the NDC, as the largest opposition party, and other opposition parties will take this document out, scrutinize it from page 1. Even the forward alone speaks volumes. You understand? How did it become a security threat to the nation? Indeed, Archbishop Duncan Williams, just about a week ago, what you better want was say if anything doesn't change after 2024, the country will experience probably a civil war. People will take the law by themselves. Do
you trust him?
The other two journalists was we should write it.
For Mosampa, Nansa near the Coson. Mumamin Kamo said, few messages. Mimi Asha Balungu or say, wow. Leroy Pex or say, we need long-term plan for the country. I also think we don't need politics and avoid blame games. There's no patriotism in the country. Most of us are selfish and useless, especially useless. It's true. I support you, Mommy. Now, Rubiai.
This is Jafric Radio.
From my place of abode to you all. And Peter Kaba, George Kweku Amwa, and 3 others are also watching us live. Na ya mon contribute na fe yehu nia ekoso. Ya da mo nyina ase. Ti mon koso nti na mon share na mon subscribe na mon san like na enye yi. Nti no sane ne ya kana. Ya nhwe sa video yi a yiti na se uti omemu na se o se bibia ebo obosa na ko se bi o ya pesem kunya na se wonko ana wo de se bibigo nyanse nyina e ba ne sa o ma ne buo no eye den Mr. Owusu udwin sa yi hu sai
well the okay no let me say no correct
Mr. Owusu bravo kakra
the meka uhume
kakra
the meka ne say
makakra
okay.
Kan okay thank you
all right the meka ne say in fact democracy ne dictatorship there is no difference though. The only difference the woman is democracy you go vote, dictatorship you don't vote. No mo kwashe wa democracy the omo pen no ye, dictatorship won vote the omo pen no be. So this is all what is going on. Oh na nyina ya nipa ni suban ya dwen na nye adwen we don't think. People are not working. And I can say, Papa ne mama, what do you tell your children to grow up to be a human being of substance? It's not there. It's not there. And now, look at that. It has never changed.
Never. No beer at all. Everybody.
And nobody is saying anything good.
We are home.
And trunk one, ya no kure bia ni babia. No kure bia ni babia. Obi aba no mo ka brofa kese people.
This is Jafric Radio.
Common people don't understand anything. Me bring man for this system. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. We don't think. Oh. And penny for people in position. Now, if you are elected or whatever it is, diplomat, you go to places and then you fool around near bread. The problem is it is compounded. And does occur too much. Too much. It may know what I'm saying is all television programs should be changed. We need more educative program. There are people who can talk and they are outside. Invite them to bring it near free that television will be a television station or television. They're nonsense. No more saying I'm not for a drink for nothing. Look at Rwanda. They are trying.
Yes.
No, we gotta change. We gotta change.
This is Jafric Radio.
Near the Abesha Dexas. Mr. Yaya. Where do you, in a brief, analyze what you heard? This time, I'm saying too much blaming game is not working. What we have to do now is suggestions, whether they take it or not. Because Akoya say, and a party about say, party about say, na party about no, no, and we've seen say it's not helping.
You don't need that.
And you know. What are some of the suggestions that can work out and then we stop the playing game?
Yeah.
Yo, Mr. Don Komedase, Anna Ugo Minu evidence or her program. Mr. Kaba, Michao. Me hearing few also more hearing few Mr. I have them. You when you blame game. So saa esuya owura yi anase nwoma anase krata ya owura yi kenkan kyerɛ yɛ nyinaa ɛyɛ ade bi a mene wo yɛnim nemu sɛbe nya atwom nti yɛyɛ ho sɛ yɛnim but obi biara a ɔpɛ no kware a ofi sɛ Ghana da na koma so onim saa de wei sɛ no korɛ ɛkɔ so nanso ɛyɛ ade a ɔmabɔ mu tiri mu pɔ efiri tete na ade abedu saa bere na ɛtɔ da nso a ya na mete sɛ mo ka nsɛm bi sɛ misa owusu aka bi sisi asɛ political leaders omu nyinaa no kura nim ne enye omu nyinaa fa aban toto aban ho aban bia ne ho no ɔyɛ perfect aban bia ne ho no ɔyɛ project bia ne office onipa na ɔbɛ yi om sɛ omu hwɛ nyankopɔ kora ɔbɔ ɔyɛ no ɔhyɛ mmara ma ayɛ sɛ ɔte asɛ onim sɛ onipa yɛbɛ yɛ yakoma so apɛdeɛ sɛ ɔte asɛ enti no uyi ɔmampanyin a ɔno nko a nani yɛse baakofo ne nsa ntimi nkata nyankopɔn ani ɔno nko a ɔntimi yɛ adwuma nti ɔso ɔpɛ amanfo mu musi nanam wɔn no bɛsi wɔn anam no ɔmu wɔ ɔmu akoma so ɔmu ankasa ɔmu selfish interest wɔ nemu sɛ wotimi atwi wɔn ma so anasa humanita ɔmu a iya ɛna woyɛ den yɛfrɛ sɛ woyɛ aban papa enti sɛ wode aban na aba no nyinaa toto ho a wobɛhunu sɛ ebi kyɛ bi ebinom deɛ awia ketee ɛnum bɔ yɛ korɔ no ebinom deɛ ɔmu so ɔmu nim nyansa ɛnum de bɔ yɛ korɔ no sɛ ɔte asɛ nti ɛno na mene wo ɛwɔ sɛ yɛka nokora kyerɛ yɛ ho na yɛka kyerɛ timamfoɔ no na timamfoɔ no so obiara nso fa ne ntoma pa fira ne ntomago na ɔde gyina hɔ na ɔka sɛ saa bere deɛ ayeye ya kwaku but anka to mfa ne si a wanka so mfa ne si kura so ho ti saa bere no ɛno na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛka kyerɛ political leaders ni bi no anasɛ political party ni bi no na ɔman no ɛfa ne ntoma pa fira saa nyɛ saa yɛbɛwi yɛdɔko no kwa medas
yeah anka ya mami kodu anka ya dia me pese me kyerɛ ne sɛ yɛyiw sɛ kɔyɛ adwuma wan ne nsan kyerɛ wo sɛ yɛ adwuma ne yi woyɛ aboa ɛbɛda na mfada osua nyansa ɛno ne asɛm a no ɛno ne asɛm a no yɛdeɛ no dɔso don't make that comparison yɛdeɛ no dɔso too much ɛkɔ dɔso dodo ɛdɔso koraa ɛkɔkyerɛ ɛnam sɛ ɛdeɛ nya nka nkyerɛ mu biom woyɛ pani akwara na mɛdufo no how na nkɔda kɔdu mɔkɔyɛ nnuro sɛ wɔkɔpɛ sika why do you think like that
Mr. Donko Mr. Usu Mr. Nintwa no ɛnyɛ sika duro ne ho ahoa ɛno no ɛwɔ ba bi krom ha ukɔ shopping malls no ho ahoa wo samanfo ɛhwɛ wo hyabrem yɛmfa no nto nkyɛn ne yɛ ka ne sɛ asoma o ka ne sɛ ebi mu abɔpɔ ahye sɛ omumɛhwɛ sɛ ɔman no omumɛka yahye south yase na wo ma ahiafo akɔso ayɛ ahiafo na wɔn mo yɛ sika omu akɔso ayɛ sikafo enwoma na ɔkenka kyerɛ no saa na kyerɛ ɛkwan bɛ ne bɛfa so ebesia no ne ebesia no sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ saa nkrofo no yɛbɛyi wɔn afiri hɔ baako na yahwehwɛ omu dwumadie mu na yatwe wɔn aso set saa ya na nyina ya ba ya no akɔ benku
no suggestion ni no say you have tried to find out how best things can be worked out because yeah it doesn't work but you say one can and this kind of things happens but it's never implemented. It's true but there's nothing we can do. That's the only thing we have to until say we find another way of doing things. This is the one because the procedure. The one can because the local court search for redress.
It keeps on happening.
Yes, which is too much. It's true. Kwame Bobe, Kwabranso Bobe, but we have to find a way out. we are going to try and then see things out. And I know because a time will come, the youth will arise.
That
and
is
then
it.
What will happen will happen.
That is it.
Okay, you want another, and also try send ye ball man, send ye more man, Mummy, I share say video na yanka wasa.
Please, madam, come forward. Madam, come.
So
stand in front of your goose.
So you matron, so you then you. Diania, I'm from school for no.
Remove your hands from your
good taxi. Mrs. What they call him.
Madam.
We swear. Like I said,
let your face be seen.
Abandon for Diana Bremo, and I'm near Diana. And so, me know why you see nearby.
Madam, let your face be seen. Please. Come and stand.
Jafric Radio.
Look at that.
Okay, we can take them inside now.
What do you do there, madam? What do you do there?
Please come forward and talk.
What do you do there?
What are you at the Holy Church College?
What do you do there?
We can't hear you.
Matron.
You are what? You are the matron. Remove your hands and talk. So the mace is for who? It's for you. Is it your personal property or
from the school?
From the school.
Madam, you talk.
Where were you taking them to? You were taking them to where?
A gallon of rice or
can't you talk?
bag of rice, bag of sugar, this piece of maize. Four.
When is it?
4 bags of maize.
Madam, look into the camera.
Yeah, madam, you look into the camera. You talk where you are taking it to where.
Please, where were you taking these
4 bags of maize.
Items to?
Items.
Madam, where were you taking them to?
Please open your mouth and talk. You see that thing?
It's already too late for this.
You let us know.
Where were you taking them to? Madam, can't you speak? Where were you taking the items to? To your house? Okay.
4. What for?
You're taking them to your house for what?
To eat.
Did you take permission from the school?
How can she? We are.
Madam,
did
you take permission from the school?
Ghana,
you and who?
Sanya Yesu near Bani. Omano, Metambia Meka say, O may be here in your politicians so.
No.
Omano Bassensua and your politician, I am a no. I am a no. And so Tambiano, you say, politicians. Say ye cha abayachi. And a school for your diani, and I come the school for, and a school for Sikan Koy, and I say, just to make the government in power not unpopular. Meanwhile, me know, and so, and ye disagree me. And I'm Mr. Usukayan, say, who they actually your TV show, where are you taking the food to? I'm taking my house, this and that, and one won't be happy. Oh, Kayana Kayana to say, Nayana, yes, a China for ye, but near the Aqua Taraban. No be any to your po. And so I tell no uncle or being confident in Franconia. As a Baba Catcher said, Constitution no Emma Quansa, but Constitution Emma Quansa Bocrono. Yes, see, that's how anyway, we have the same thing in the health, we have the same thing in agric. Ukoyan hospitals are the same thing. Agric free, Yabeka to say Adriania Aba, near the Biaqua, near the Biaqua, and so Baconu, and so yet Mikasi the fertilizer crowd donkeys, Eswa fertilizers crosso. I mean, say who say donkey, as soon fertilizer, and soon to mention, not a better reduce no account. So, eti ekwaben so na mo feel say Jenya man mutifo no yɛbɛtumi ama saa nneɛma yi at least ano adwo kakra Mr. Yaya where this time ma chance kora 1 minute Mr. Wa
yo the American say say incidents we say no me da asenso ne asem bia o kan say enye politicians me so sabi e be bia me da ka say politician e be wi kapra wontimi wi kapre abra director accountant ene ye keka ho omun tanachi fi say ukom kura no kura politicians no omun na head approve but omun sign omun signatories so efasika asem entoso mi nso your friend saying now we can say your friend saying aban to make aban unpopular and yes to make aban unpopular sikana enkoya aban wona fam de wonye enen timamfo no so ewo ma fam de nso omoya ema oman no edinya aban de nse also otua sika no eto ayino sika no untua afi baako busumi sia de untua na no so obi a wosese aduan no kofie no na aye enyo no na aye de watua ho sika no abi na wono wayi mu bi de kose anso eho no yebetima ba wono kwa adu wono nemu saban no etua sika na mfie busumi miensa busumi motwe dia untua no enyo obi a owi aduan na yatua ho ka na kona sem nse no nkoda ana meka no minia ba ya wono ye chebi wobakwa ne bro no so na wo ye metro na mu konko ba kokora winye samu de unto na ntimu ayede on so abeso ya no yede wo yede wo ma ka so ni papa so ni papa na wafa on the sense wa on the sense you can say
na wo ye so ye ni papa ni je chiwa on so na ho betan on wa
so ehon asem no no ehon na ye ne timamfo no ye bam ye ne suban na ye ni amanfo te omu ye adwuma police ni ubaka che say na okodi police club kura oba fe no tifi ye Japanese for na ti ha say omu wie police adwuma omu ba omu ti ho no omu ye la rasulullah south asia but ye beka di omu hata gum ho fie enti ne ba enya kwan ko ma na also wi ya na okron ho south asia enti eno na fam nti ye language bi a ye use no oman no no eni ye baby no emwa ana aban so wo na fam de ho no enti eho no oman ni nyina na wo say de ye overhauling hu hia pa ye bit my overhauling hia
ya
very strict
yen kasa crefie no mu ba no etimi esesa nipa no adwen Mr. Owusu feel say nka this kind of thing no what are some of the measures that say ban it me take and as security people no taking that
very good
keep this can
well before abano be bano kura no pole this shouldn't happen because enipa o nyansa the media be dream why it shouldn't happen now when a major musan kwase nyansa je say we are smart now what is nonsense tefi asekura enipa na dwena empeja. And to be able to help young Crawford, we need more education. On the television, radio, invite people. More Crawford nyansa. No insuring questions. Radio. No, people don't learn anything. I said it here before. Say, look, we are human beings, social animals. Look at how ants when we live our life. Now, human being, because you don't read, you don't know nothing. No, there are people who are able to do it. They don't allow them to do anything. No, be a country of do what you like. How?
Yes.
Mr. Don't come, Mr. Obama. Fact, grabbing chair.
Mama, 1 second.
Okay, 1 second. They say, I saw the beer ni wa. Watch a man for say Kokobokro.
It's true. Yeah.
I saw the beer no watch or be said. Ne eko use ukwa adwuma kwatra ho na oprepre ofun asoro bi enu ha wo kire sa nemum nipa nisu sati ase na nipa no so no kire kunkun ne yekenkan ankasa chese ye de akata ye ho ye de aboye ho asafo hene ye de aso na aboye ho
asafo
Yeah, Mr. can't say. Religion, offer religion. You stop thinking. You cannot. And no na brofono. Omanya efa ekokon. Ye ni ekura our own religion. Antoine Nyama akonodi. Ye hu se oh we kura mpo se empeja. Ye jai. Na mo jai e ba ne say no magofa Jesus Christ. Why be na empeja? Why be mo yare? Na mo yare. Why should you do that?
Okay. Mummy uncle yanim. Ya be say you go so. Nsema e ba ne de be boot crew. Na ya no mo ya no tietie because your time no. Na see o mama chimi anyo ha. Mosamka. Your messages kakra. Ene mo pa de so go Japanese ka.
Jafric Radio.
Ama boya da mo. Na mom. Ya na mo akasa mom. Na me kasa sam na nkwachi papa. Okay. Rubiai also watch here live and color. Now Raphael Kwame Laba also said just recently, few days ago, the deputy finance minister put up a palpable lie that the Ghana cedi is the third most strongest currency in Africa. How can our leaders be insulting the intelligence of the citizenry on daily basis? It's so sad. The Repex also, how can a country's natural resources belong to a group of people? I think we need to change the constitution. It gives the government more power. We need national plan for next 30 years and review every 10 years also. We need to hold the government accountable, and whether they are in power or opposition, we need good implementation and monitoring for the government officials, and properly prosecuted these officials who embezzle funds. Most of them are selfish and use the national funds for the personal things. We see them doing it, and who will go and tell, who will go and report, and what you report, what is the outcome? What action do the people in authority take? Raphael Kwame Laba, meanwhile, those leaders go to church and pray, calling themselves Christ and calling themselves Christians. Well, the time will come. A whole judiciary sad situation back home. Leroy Percy also, we are using religion to cover our stupidity. Peter Kaba or said, I greet my boss Yahaya. Ofe Lily is watching live. Ofe Lily or say, And Peter Kaba also, that's who we are. Raphael Kwame Laba, more contributed by our system is loose. Yet, when you shall fix the country, they tell you to rather fix your attitude. Do they think there are no criminals-minded persons in the outside world? There are, but just that their systems are working. The attitude of the citizens are put to check. Fix the country. Osei Kwame Charles is watching. Peter Kaba, if our political leaders are bent on cracking the whip, followers will act right. And Donko Emmanuel also is watching. And not Theophilus also watching. And I say near air course one. Momian contribute to more. Na months I'm free. Na numbers ni now line friend screen so. More mutie we radio monsuno ye plus 817042393331. Your WhatsApp also. Timomra. Na mo ye nyina yesra mo. Mon share nenko because na mo dosun timo dosun na mo share nanka aye fan. Osei Kwame Charles also so watch yesra mo a monyo maye. Ntino yogoso.
This is Jafric Radio. Radio.
Na meka say Oman Ghana momianhwe say na me ma commentary make say ya na no kraka no so mo anu aduane ya tomatoes ni adna awon ahohoro ni adon ko tugu afikyira adia 4 days 5 days na efifi enso ye de ye nti so dogo bi kura nu abe ye ti wona ekom de yo na komabo na kom de yo na komabo sa na aduane asa ni abeto aku ni aba ye si ye rose nso ye construct ye ka sika ye ka twitwidi enso still They complain say rose nenye. And I say, are we just sharing talkings or really they are putting up things and only we are not seeing it? Mr. Yahaya, wait me, you can cry.
Oversign, I repeat, I'm Mr.
Men, me can say, ye ba of late, ye say, come up by Dian, and so a bit so I can say, a Diano hinterlands and a Diano baby honum, and so transportation has become a problem. Meanwhile, the government in power say, or put a lot of money into construction of roads and highways. And then how do we see it, or how can we? Is it true in reality? Say these things are going on, and I say, political talks.
Yo, me da say, Mr. Donko, I'm say working can comment, you know, Obi, I can say, me say, Deputy Finance Minister, Ghana, the third strongest in West Africa. So, Ebino no, on yeti ho, no mudu umbrofo, no mutwa etro akese ne kudam, mutu anwe aguyani. Ebino no. Akwan mi ka se omampanyin okasa say State of Nation Address 2020, I think yes 2022 year. So was it omaye 11,000 or so kilometers. 11,000 kilometers. So internet is also akwan omaye na akabe se 3,000. That is why you kwan a best if you ha Japan ha ekuduru
Burkina Faso.
David from Japan ha ko Ghana. That is why you akwan wo oman sa we minus 3,000. So that is at least can cover a lot. Then so no kresa. Anya no kre. Omutu enfuturu guyeni. Umko akwan wo da no makop or the same. Tretwe so no mo de ayes no mo balu skese ya akwan. Ye nyina yetemane ye ne hu. Si aye kwan ye hu si enye kwan ye hu. Eto so nyinu aduane e wo akurase. Aduane wo akurase. Nanso ye ni kwan ye fa so process no no. Enti ye mpanyimfo so no ye nwen enkonkan se be ya ye betimi a process aduane no na aye daada. At matrasi ache ama ye yetimedi ebi ni hono na akwan so nye na apro ye ni ka papa enso engofamba ena ka sika so bo san so eden ena akwan nye ni fuel nti enso ye wo tema oil refineries wo yen refine oil wo hono de mu ye ko refine oil wo abroche ni ato ni aswade aba na eho kapogogo o be ka na wanye oba aban mu penyina be ka che se ye refine oil no wo Ghana mpokura nebo ebeye den adintra net is a so professor chere say ye huru ye nim koye esoro ade no yakwa akoso no so abruchi na wo wafa na wo de agu shape na wo de aba na wo sese ye so ne so ewo tema nebo beye den enti ye nim hwe ya akwa class akwa ye nim se sika ye de gu shape no sa shape ni sika na sika no eno no ebeba form adintra ni ye ho sa enti ya abro eni mfuturo mutugu ye nim se omuwo nimniye ne enhoma no eno na yes ana ye so omu so dodo ye so won so dodo
ye ba so won so ebe se ohia ni bia no e wona master ana osika ni bia so wona master because ohia minti no se man so a beda na unya kapra ama me adi enti ni anso so no Mr. Usu wa hwa niema no kwa ne papa muni because say Ghana bleedy papa and never ka nyina so ye tise meet
yeah dear Mr. Yahaya kan no mamifa 1 or 2 bin kan ho Gayep na industry Kwame Nkrumah see no with the intentions that they will be able to refine Nigeria for the year. Then be more cash. But unfortunately, they disagree with Kwame Nkrumah. Nigeria oil no kwabruchiri. No. na me say eni me be ho a oburoni abrofo no almost wo ka ho na baby e be fa no ko fa benkum ko fa ni fa de be si wi na so but ya yira kakra anyway the ho ba ko no ne say no kure penny we don't understand what life is ye nyina me da be tell me ameka me say eni va penny no nyansa ni peditrimana di mamini no mbibia ho tono ade ba kwa be kan last week and they said the colonial masters, you know, they were very lucky. Say system the partition in Africa. The incro speak about 3 tribes. Nigeria, Ghana, Nigeria. It's been going on in world history, but you honor young Konya. Nigeria for no Konya is a Igbo for no British force supplied them until no they stopped. But in Tokwesi baby, into Ghana, different people. Okay. Depend on the who say as you not trans as a brother and sister. I don't understand. That you young man for say, what goes question for book knowledge, you can't you apply simple common sense? My God. And then the PD doctor and so
this is Jafric Radio.
We need people to take action.
We need people to take action. Mr. Usu, who say we need people to take action. People are taking the action. But me feel say the action is not enough. And carry weight. And those back benches and also and
more fire.
The efforts, you know, and we pay it. Just imagine, say, near my who radio ni TV news ya kochi we I say near be hypeness ye ya na no. And to first say me your police in Ukraine say me kolam kum bisia. The first question I ask myself say di kra me di kra me kwa ko bregu. Why should I worry myself? So I'm to say no so can be na man yama enkoso yie no. Ana
me say sisi no ye wo amanfo bi wo ho a if you invite them to come and talk, they'll be able to teach the masses, use the media, radio, television, and people will listen. Sorry, Wombe Jacob. Me can't be sorry, it makes you lazy. You can't think critically. It stops. Onyame throw it.
This is Jafric Radio.
We invited people to be able to tell people simple common sense. No, but simple common sense. Brother, I will say ni na damfune ekwapini ni brother ni wawara no. No, it goes on. I didn't ever hear you. No, you do what you like. How? Social animals, human beings are at the top of the social animals.
Okay.
Look at that.
It's You're listening to DJ.
Messages kakra Mamin Kai mo say aha Jafric Radio and Television ewo Tokyo, Japan. Ye Kobana live say ni your live discussions. Now topic ne Ghana is bleeding, of which everybody knows say really Ghana is bleeding.
This is Jafric Radio.
Can say Krunumaya shi. Yanso ehura ebejo. Ye wani daso say yes sa yesuban kakra. Na ye boa abana nyama be koso yi. Ewom say abana ne kan odina no kan ni pempen say oba say obese. Yanso wanko bia o say yanko. E dey say o hwe football match. O ti stance mi na hwe se ne asambo jan ese penalty a. Ni abe kan say o parking so anka be say. Yanso ko kranka kwa bia de ball no makra na fa kwa penalty center na on kra wu na de ball na akoto. Sana brabo no tino pikan sa wundru hoda ntia ya kasa onwa aduru ho no eno mo kasa nyamo afi na moba ntino yanhwe anayentie sa few comments ya man for the abey Mr. Ebenezer Osayapia or say yes finance minister Osayako can say Ghana is the strongest he has the strongest currency in Europe. See obisa source no on Google obehu ena Ebenezer Osayapia or say could you good good That's the whole thing. Am I correct answer? No. Intina is no. Okay. Mummy share DB. Ya wo hono mu and in one of his speeches, Okoka said, or say, Onyankopon bo say, so many win elections not by president or BC cathedral man. Meanwhile, the time or the Senate will be a dim until we are not kind money to be. From the onset, no, not Obia and Fanadrin Mano. And so, Tintinity. Of course, a year, bubu a month for down near day. I fed the another young courtier or 60 kenny ho. On the bed to us, into yea, and suspended for the time be. And maybe some will say, into says it can be prepared about 300 to 400 million, a million was a billion. Ashino. Say, any assassin on swa, I'm about the honor. Enquire Sania Labadi Hospital no Koya see in Krumania Bruno Mudia Holu, Ibiumana. Over to you, Mr. Yaya.
Yo, Mr. Dogo, no cranim ni. Your friend say, me and your mechanic Ghana for ye jit near Mabiso. Yanyan ye jit. All this, ye go Cassavise and pay for Cassavise, Onipa, Bosom. Onipa nema bosom sa. Kabosom. Odi enkwanya. Wo. Oman panyini. Se ohwe na asema okae ne ekwan ofa so tenko opeso obo Ghana for krono. Edi si sa adan no ema ne nyankopon a. Yehu akire nti ena sese wate akoda. Fiso ono anga so odi ni bottom sikesi a me giri se enya ne den. Se obetimasi nemum se owo adwempo dada se ofoso bonga na fokro no de ni nyansa na amanfo so anase parliamentary ebo ohun modern edudu akire ehun se krono no ofoso boya ne to abeda na Ghana for so mo edi ye mpanyufo mo ka bia eyeye mo edi obia so antimi anka nanim a mo edi but ono a sebe wahu se nanibuo ayese bedemanti ana wode atiada so nanso me gidi se wo sa o pekwan foforo a obefa so a wode beye aba betimi de oman sika aye wodo man sika ekusi asore dan aye cathedral aye babia ye friends say so ni na ye beso Abraham so bia wo the head office This
is Jafric Radio.
So, say now, Castle or Mino, share bosses or ultimate or mine every sa Amaya Samana and answer or I buy more to some home, so do or mining groom, ain't here. Would or mine sika, ABC. Or the same, I saw nine as a young coupon when you are any kit. I say, one can say, oh, buy a social so. Who campaign P. A cassis will be say, one gas now, ye would you a Christopher now ye. Na fe a cobar saying, now on my sick and we are share with the faculty can be so acquire. And T. I know dear, I on one as a new the person can say, Ghana for money now, no moon penocre, no more set on bet me a cat a buying. No, a buying us a bar and yet bar for ye or cotton ye in budget ye actually conclude.
This is Jafric Radio.
Ever sa emwa. Nanso hwa and am say ye ka edumanimu ye nti hwa omudi duma pa e ma na abo oman ene ye ne yetimi hu ama ye reyensa. But wo mu ayese ye nka omanimu no ye ne ya ye besu ye oman yi koi ene ni omudi esesa agu wonum achi ene omu nananum no omu ma achi no. So nimu de me ka kire me say adijan Emfa opposition.
Sanity, Adijan, Emfa opposition. Mr. Usu, Fakakreso Sonafe, you move na near Banadia, your monyo.
Well,
This is Jafric Radio.
I don't understand the reason why. Okusi Dama, Okusi Cathedral. Nipa Oku school Aburichiri. Now, over Chile, school for Adia, instead of see laboratory research center. I'm a tech of what you did. Oh no.
No. In Chasiam, Senator, when you go to a catcher and say, when our council is in a man, so I'm sorry, me here than be antino. Yan young share. Siseno, O man, a woman. I said, in Crown Forker, you say, Ake. You say, yes. Young share. Yan, check it, ya fast. And once you are now near to Tunisem, Kusemgu, Mumianti, a ye cacre, near we are able where to go.
This is my quote, and I repeat. Poverty is not the absence of natural resources, financial resources, or human resources. It is the absence of leadership. Okay. I'll begin by saying that when greed, tribalism, ethnocracy, and nepotism encapsulate a group of people, no matter how rich they may be, they will never see the future. Africans that have had the heart to push the continent Africa to another dimension have been destroyed by Africans. Most of the fathers of independence had their nations at heart, and if they were given the opportunity to execute what they intended to do, it would have been very possible for Africa to have emerged ere long. I will give you a few analyses that will shock you. A country like Togo got independence from France under the leadership of Sylvanus Olympio. Olympio did not want the France CFA. Olympio created the Togo currency. But a man called Iyadema Nasingbe was used to eliminate, that is a Togolese, used to eliminate a Togolese that has Togo at heart. Iyadema Nasingbe killed Sylvanus Olympio. You go down to Burkina Faso, there is this guy called Maurice Yamiyogo. He was the one that gave them independence. He was annihilated. The person that came later after him, Thomas Sankara, in 1987, he was eliminated by Blaise Compaoré. You come to Central African Republic, there's David Dacko. David Dacko was to change the nation in another dimension, but a man called Bokasawa used to eliminate him. You go down to Congo Brazzaville, there's this guy called Maro Ngouabi. Ngouabi also was eliminated through a coup d'etat. Now, if you go down to Guinea Equatorial here, there was this guy called Masias Ngema. It was his own cousin, Obiangema Basoko, that was used to eliminate him. You go down to Ghana, Osagie from Kwame Nkrumah had a good intention for the nation. It was Kotoko, his own clear neighbor, that eliminated him. You go to Nigeria, the guys of Nnamdi Azikiwe, they were eliminated by Paul close to them. Now, if you put it in a nutshell, you go to a Mozambique.
This is Jafric Radio.
Machel, it was his close partner that eliminated him. The West, and I repeat, will never and ever have access to Africa until they use Africans. That's why I say what is eating the bean seed is within the bean seed. Africans are full with greed, full with ethnocracy, tribalism, and nepotism. And if nothing is done, we will keep on killing our best every year. As I talk to you recently, I would guarantee you all shorty that this guy Magufuli has convinced us against once more that Africa does not need any support out of the country. Lazarus Chakwera, in his 8-minute speech commemorating the death of Magufuli, he said, the unpredictable Magufuli. They did not know that leadership could run in Africa without money being borrowed from International Monetary Fund, because they did not know Magufuli was coming. They did not know that projects could be set up and executed on time, because they did not know Magufuli was coming. They did not know that somebody could not pay attention to General Assembly of the United Nations. They did not know Magufuli was coming. African presidents have given us the impression that you must borrow to succeed. Before Magufuli came to power, most of the mines in Tanzania were privatized. But what he did was that he came back and then sanctioned the foreign companies that were mining in Tanzania until 16% of those particular mines were given back as ownership back to Tanzania. A scenario occurred in Zambia. Zambia is the best producer of copper. You have the copper belt in Zambia. Zambia sold that copper belt to an American firm upfront without payment. That they will exploit the copper and pay them later. American firm came, took that particular copper belt, turned it within 2 years and paid the money upfront, and is giving Zambia a 0.00 something % as royalty for their mine. Was that colonialism? It is talking about stupidity and poor management. Who brought gun to give that copper belt to America? Nobody brought gun. When last did you see Europeans using prestation, assimilation, or indirect rule in Africa? It's no longer there. Let us consider the fact that they are taking
yes, Empa. Sumahu. Atiefo ni ahwefo mo ho. Na me panelists mo ho. Sumahu nsema.
This is Jafric Radio.
Say your problems here you facing na to send an American. Say you tell the biana your day problem no to politicians and near distance. But the problem is from us. We are our own enemies. Share there's a wahanum say ye wo obabi of free China say wa beye ne ho gangaria okrum hanum say confusion or the abeto oni the masses ni government no enya senketwa me no wa hey apart from say abefu tree e akọ yadwuma maba no e dey bi na betimi aye say ubenya ne say unya ni amfa China na sofa enso onu timi afi ni kurum aba beye ne ezo yi hwe yen nsuo sei yi ya minerals nkoko a wo mu bu yen timba nyina omo se no omu ya no wa yedai omko nkurum yen so wom kura nya so omo na tractors ni aje ni oyu omro mo no no de kanka yen memufo na daachi ebe ha yen no yen ani ya sa de no etuwa mumienu mi say what is our mind or our mindset or what do we really think of our own country?
Okay, let me come in here first. Me feel say Makanda Makabio say the way Abrofo no de partition Africa countries you know, it is at their own advantage. It is a this is something which has been practiced before. It is Africa. Okay. Now, that many the and I make say I can and we here. Diana will be some man for say in the Ghana library this time no books is no a man for can. Somebody was telling me say, oh, you don't even know. You are very old man. You can't even understand what is going on in Ghana. Nobody reads. If you don't read, how will you know? You would know. No be at one as oh, the idea is yeah, like I said, and to see baby Africa. But as I said, yet to meet tears, yes, especially Ghana. Say, oh, I beni, oh brother, any akani, and granny, any houseni.
And the idea no neka. Is totally different.
Very good. No, you see, and no na bois colonial masters. And a boy
say me Mr. Wusu mensuma kawahata say o membia wamka kasa more than one amano insipi na hwe amanya e develop nyina obia kasa ya baako yen ya tia fa nyina ya kasa do enye 10 na 20.
Yeah.
And you know, this is how.
This is Jafric Radio.
Mr. Yaya. Pacho Bram Kakrani Yanhe. Na.
Yo, Mr. Donko. Sir, o analyze video na ura na kai aka ho asem no. Ura na asem no wakana. Efi bia ni. No kure. Fi se. Yemfa ye my Ghana. Ngoma na udi ka ya ura bi kan catch there. O shema asama kan nyina wo nyina na greedy pesamen kuminya ana edinya anya sa ya fasa wo hwe ya adwe se nya abrofo a yɛntumi ɛnyɛ yɛ wohwɛ biribi te sɛ agyapa neɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo de gold ɛkɔ akɔsie akɔhyɛ adwumakuo mu wɔ London.
This is Jafric Radio.
Na ɛho mfasoɔ no ɛba na ɛba na kyerɛ sɛ yɛden yɛte ɛyɛ asefem so ebia no no ɛyɛ indirect fɛnsɛ yɛfɛ bi indirect slavery ɛna wode yɛkɔm no sɛ wohwɛ PDS sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛnyina mu kanea ɛbɛkɔ nkan na enwuma atumi agyina wɔn nan so ɛwɔ yɛkurom enti na yɛyɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ sɛ yɛnhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛ privatize anyinam kanea no sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛboa a yɛcharge no yɛtumi yɛcharge no sɛ ne yɛsi fata na atumi ama anyinam kanea agyina so ama adwuma nketenkete ne nkurom abiebie ne nnwuma matrɛtrɛ ɛnso wohwɛ kwan a ɔmo de fa so a ɔmo de fa kuntuna ase sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔmo a ɛkyɛm a wɔn ho a sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔmo a ɛbɛyɛ ɔmo deɛ na daakye ayɛ ɔmo ma deɛ na kyerɛ sɛ
Jafric Radio.
adwempa anyway ɛna ɛtɔ so mmienu yɛwɔ kasa bi
nkabom ni hɔ
yɛwɔ ɛnyɛ nkabɔ adwempa ne ni hɔ yɛ kasa bi nso wɔ hɔ nom a ɛha ɛdi enya bibi te sɛ yɛka so obi abɔ bra wɔn ho yɛbɛyɛ bɛka sɛ wo papa kɔyɛ minister wo nua Akufo-Addo bɛyɛ ɔmampanyin na ɛdeɛ na wonyae ɛdeɛ na woyɛ bra bɛ na abɔɛ ɔho yɛwɔ kasa sɛ owura ɛne sɛ wɔnya agyapadeɛ sɛ wohwɛ yɛ kasa no a yɛka na nkasa mu a sɛ obi kasa obi abɔ bra no ɛne sɛ wɔnya agyapadeɛ enti na basa sɛ nipa no ɔmu wɔ aban adwum ɔmu wɔ aban mu anaasɛ ɔmu wɔ baabi a wohwɛ ade bi so ɔman no agyapadeɛ bi so a na wasesa abɔ ne bo sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a okyina ɔkɔtena fie a yɛmmɔ no yɛnsere no
ɛnso wapɔ bra
yɛntwe no
ɛnso ne nyinaa nso na ɛkorɔ no nyama nko a
ɛnso ɛkorɔ no so enti yɛka so obi abɔ bra nyɛ ne sɛ bi a wɔnya wɔwɔ agyapadeɛ anaasɛ wɔsesɛ agyapadeɛ abɔ no enti saa nneɛma no nyinaa ɛne owura no ka no ho asɛm asɛm a ɔka ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛdi yɛnya ɛno na ɛdi Africa nya ɛnyɛ biribiara
momyɛhwɛ ayi announcement baako bi wɔ ha na mpakyɛ Francis Yosin minsa ka wo message no na mo mintimi nredi na men the only thing I make on mpakyɛ ya no afrɛ why 07042311933 frɛ ni ho nkɔmmɔ why amsa no mu ɛbɛboa yɛ na mo yɛhwɛ saa video yi a ɛbɛ yi na yɛnka ho asɛm
watimi aba Ghana card foforo February ekita no ode ye bibia wo Ghana ha wasisi mansions and operating nti tourist area ha ye be da
we wa kwechire do ma menche wade say deport wa you be be friend sectorial and zonal Interpol areas
yes so wontimi kura ma wachi
it is a ye deport obi from Ghana sectorial location geographical areas in the zone no are aware that such person deport no a comprehensive report is done and filed with the office of Interpol
to say Togo for ya
now what me actually we are seeing now why you deported in Nipano it is assumed that the whole world will be our reason why Asha One was deported with pictures, fingerprints, anything that can identify the said criminal. It's a deportee will be from Germany, Bagana ha. Nipa need to be in Italy, or to be in France because of Interpol.
Yeah.
But on that Togo for our report in the other.
Menya sure. I'm not just as someone one could be a not here. Yeah.
Togo for new report to be Yate. Or Sifi Togo no of a manum. Never.
What's so fine?
Manum. Never Ghana, me boy. When we more than so.
More than now, so.
When a net more than so. But I don't know bedru ye. Wetimi anya kukundro se ne Ghana card no ye and dada no.
When one pay.
Wetimi asad ya comma NIA. Say Ghana
penny for your fool.
I mean, please. Or the Ghana card na Mimi krom go mo atachimai.
Ye pe bi yen.
And I phone ru ho. Nti entro nipa di man Ghana card.
What the dada na kwa kwaje
but Asha one timi day dada na oye no
2014 there.
Omo bu anya 14
na 18 na
Ghana card
2017 2018 no yes aka
Asha one ekwotamale kotwa Rosewood and a meme year story no the then Northern Regional Minister at the committee na me multimedia woman catch them say they will invite me. Yeah, brand invitation letter without date and time and venue. From the Northern
invitation
region coordinating
Freak Radio.
And the letter ne brand me. Kwesichum Echikwam Abu Nana PTA no more try say you letter for date. Any time, ni venue. And was only yet me akọ. And the evidence say we try over 340,000 Rosewood.
Hey.
Abakwe $18,000.
Yes, a chroma cry.
Besi ne amaso. Asha one eye ni Ghana card no watamale.
So
let me give you the details. And to me back last year's Asha one Ghana card now. What's our constituency organizer now? Was sent to sent no. We be did me attempt no. Asha one or you the Ghana card e watamale. If you care to know. And in yes, I friend apply renew August.
And I first one confirm it. Se card ne kitano no e authentic.
No, so no more yet.
Why apply? You renew, your money card. They say on the Russia, but cover German name. Aka Chinese name no.
But you know the
Russia. XIA. RUXIA. What cover German name? Eddie Abeka. Meanwhile, Honorable Safuma for catch and say, oh, kwa no. Na ye China phone kuta hudie
ye wanyongo fa
MPP communicators catch ye wo krom ha say wa ware Ghana ni to naturalize it
fe na nke wo se ka bosompem
ka for the Ghana card old one to so na the nationality fato so ma
abufu aba ye ba kani nyina abufu aba
che fa de to so
se wa ware Ghana ni kunde bosompem na
bravo yi
enti obi a one naturalize so ye Ghanaian no nationality choko nri choko na hye no so we choko so nationality the choko na hye ho obi a wa naturalize oye Ghana ni o te awonjo minimini fie
ko hwe fie wasisi
yes anya wati yie sa awonjo de you mo
say Asha one business a me en habe. Because the Ghana for China,
yes.
But my problem is say Rosewood back $18,000. By research, Mami way extra close to 1 million Rosewoods from Ghana. What for the Northern Enclave? What for Tumu or Upper West, right? Tumu or Upper West. What for Uromo Tumu, that enclave now. Rosewood, na Asha one the training now. Oh, yeah, now, all the sad deportation, no, yeah, alone by, no, and no Janet, Chima, ne cousin, Oba.
Oba, not the bushing about.
So much in the review.
And on also see actually, Rosewood, the one northern region, Upper West, no, my meaning the crown is na. And Ghana buying penny for Yahweh because of a palpable, miserable, useless $2 billion into you this lady to destroy Ghana. Meanwhile, Rosewood, and you say aeroplane.
That's here any plane. Ghana any
plane. It's a turn and I catch us on 5 brand new aeroplanes for Ghana Airways. Ghana Armed Forces na say yes I got to plane for Abraham men am catch me say boa plane na mo de coin anya foforo ye de ba Ghana no anya mo no anya brand new dada na de coin ko say ye men am catch re
maintenance
refurbished dada na ye de ko na ekosese ye na ye de bae ye de Rosewood ka ho na ye de sesim meanwhile the Rosewood na acha ho na twa ye free Ghana de ko no na ye de sesim na ye de abre we wie na ye se of Togo da ba of Togo we want of Togo
Togo crash so se nipa na te ho ntu de ye hwehwe sa nipa no
de se wan ko ba bia no what
na wasa bedru Ghana pacho acha ho na bedru Ghana since last year Oba Ghana last year, so about no year Juma Bay.
Gala.
Asamno and there was this man out of Free Japan Harlem. Or say often Hikaru Murikawa 58. Also I'm chino Ghana. I just was swindled for 65 people over $2.8 million. But Ghana from 2018. August ya and I say Interpol Timmy in Sakan. And yes, security now you crum home dear. Jinyame. Jinu yasi ya kan ka but ebe yi. And one said, yeah, mam tifo and send a mechanic de biano. Yanso yababwa security agencies and your bomb dear and you may be in Tisadia. And yeah, this is Ghana for you. I'm a Ghana is still bleeding. Mr. Yeah. But so what be? But always I
come confess.
Okay. And I am Pacho Manon confess now go second. No more first no so go speed. One go speed.
Very good. Wow, me can say into na war African. And yes the people are actually bribe conscious people. No. Is there on Ghana on ne Nenkanfo in a live Jacan count. Or ye a ceremony only a ceremony for only account. All the time we have to teach the young ones that you know what? The problem was caused by a colonial master. I said this has happened before in the world. It's not the first time. We have to teach people all these. They don't know. They don't know. In Granfo Banomo Diomo de Nomoco. How's for Banomo Dium de Nomoco? I can't for Banomo Dium Nomoco. Ebecosa Africa. Dear Coswano. Dear Coswano. Yasabianim. Namocos Kunzo. Namentiasie. Mentiasie. And then you sit down and then you allow Obroni. It has happened before. We can correct it. It's the best. Yet Womokasa, an advantage. Yet take us a 1, 2, 3. Very good. You boom, you do a bit me confuse you. They won't understand us. Near bomb with Dinko.
Miss I also brought Kakra.
Yo, I can't comment that. Media, me knew Ghana, sir. Semi, you me mamma do the abim, and a man so aja, me call class one be seeing you who Ghana, say Abusia Bakuna Abediso, Sebia, and Crawford with this one, I say, if we get this, won't be doing the animal. Nimima who said, Ebia, Abaya was winner, Yate.
This is Jafric Radio.
And Nancy, no one, my own, and a Bimukikaho, your friend and twincher. Nemo Ghana as Ghana etieno empenyufo ebi we sa asha wan asem enya ordinary say o timamufo no be report wo beka so nenso ebekwa akusisen ukoka me bia say free bi order from above police ni be chi obi asha wan obeki ne call a na ni penyin sa police ni penyin Africa tense jano fise aba penyini na se penyini bi ehya ase enti sei penyini we sei enti na wa jama no ko enti aba sa de na obeye enti yem panyimfo no ana omu edi nya enti asha wan we a omu kan nyina Captain Smart mu kan nyina ne tofa ne se wo ne tofa de kosi ne se panyimfo ana nyi omu adwuma anya obi a wote ori se no omu na ehya ne kutupa Emma otimiye ni woye bia bohu kani okọ yin ni se wokunkum amanfo okunkum amanfo because gold na wotu no wɔkum amanfoɔ nyinaa a wɔne amanfoɔ no yɛyɛ ɛno nyinaa kɔsi aga saa rules asɛm a wɔka yɛ nyinaa no yɛahu ne yɛkɔkɔ siiɛ yɛte nnɛ kyinaa na kyɛ sɛ ɛnim sɛ wɔ mu adwene sɛ ghanafoɔ no mu kakaka no mu yerɛ afei ana yɛfɛ sɛ media no nso mmoayɛ saa asɛm no ba a ɔmu pagya asɛm no hoo na afei obiara gya ne nsɛm kyɛ sɛ kasa na ɛyɛ wɔ mu dɛ ne mu si yɛhwɛ sɛ yɛdi asɛm no akyi ama asɛm no akɔ wie sɛnea wɔ sɛ wie no deɛ yɛdi akyiri saa so ɛba saa nso a wontumi mbile mu wɔ mu kɛsɛ wɔ mu di akyɛ bebrebe so ɛduru baabi a ne yɛpɛ wɔ no maku nti ɛba saa nso a na
ɛne security no
so nti security no ɛhɛ da nyɛ ɛna mpanyinfoɔ no mmoayɛ nti menyame hu
pɛmpii no yɛbue yɛ ano te sɛ fufusɛla wo asɛm ba a wohɛ a sɛ press no tumi bu ano te sɛ fufusɛla ɔmbɛka sɛm na 1 week wonti biribiaa bio ɔmbɔbua 1 week wonti biribiaa bio na nso ɔyɛ no washifte topic na kɔ baabi te sɛ a group of people bi deɛ ɔmo nkoa na sɛ bi ɔmo yɛ nipa bɔne na ɛyɛ a yɛaka no nyinaa deɛ o yɛnso yɛ mmom na ɛyɛ ɔsɛsɛkɔ ne yɛhyɛ suma ase ne yɛdi dwuma no akɛyɛ last one yɛnya fɛ yɛ wobɛwura po-up no yɛwɔ one video bi yɛpɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ ne yɛhwɛ sɛ kurom hanom law no ɛyɛ for two people different people anaasɛ baako ɛwɔ mpanyinfoɔ deɛ na baako yɛ mmɔfra deɛ anaa baako yɛ sikafoɔ deɛ na baako yɛ ahiafoɔ deɛ na mommyɛnhwɛ sɛ bi die.
Reverend Owusu Bempah makes shocking revelations about his arrest, cites Kusi Boateng and others in his struggle with the police.
Answer last week. Now
last week I mentioned during my preaching that I was really offended.
Now me can prefer say Ghana man penny. And
I said it without mincing words that I was so much offended in the President of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Me can be him say your vice so. Vice President Bawumia.
I also mentioned that I was so much offended in the Vice President of Ghana.
Me can be him say IGP. In addition
to that, I mentioned that I was so much offended in the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ekufu Dampare. Now, why did I make mention of all these? Why? Now, it is the why I am going to answer this afternoon. If you recall, we were having church service. And during the church service, we heard gunshots around the premises of the church. And you all recall that there were some people running from the streets into the premises of the church. And because of the gunshots and what was happening, we were all concerned. We wanted to know what was happening outside the walls of the church. So it was during church service. I had not closed. So because of the gunshots, I walked out of the door of the church. And I was asking the security men what was happening outside. And some people mentioned that the gunshots were coming toward this direction. Why? So those people that came in mentioned to me that that there are some people with guns that had seized Reverend Nana Krobia. They had whisked him away.
Car abosofo na nakrobia mu ka mu amana bo electric pole amana bu anya menko anka electric ni gu omo so a anka entiase.
Now they also said that the people who caught Reverend Nana Krobia and ran away with him, they first of all hit his car and his car hit a pole and the pole fell, and they are not very sure what had happened.
Na omo bono And
they were beating him and hitting him with the guns they had, and they put him into the car and they drove off.
Now, suffer by a consul, FN suffer bechi. On so much dimirika, a movie dimirika dinachi. I'm what we're Johnny.
Now, another man of God called Reverend Bechi, some of the guys had chased him away, and he was running another direction, and the guys were following him.
Sabio, me a sofupeni waha.
Now I am the general overseer in this church.
Na me ya sorry. Nanko 42 Abba.
So you can imagine that I heard a news that some unknown people have come to whisk away one of my pastors, and they've gone to an unknown place. I couldn't continue with service. So I handed over to some the pastors, and I told them to continue with service. Because I wanted to follow up to see how the matter was going to turn.
In fact, me drew baby a bar for no one.
Now, when I got to the place where the bar, the pub is,
street kitwe bi da ho. And who said
now I noticed that there were a lot of people on the streets, and it was like a pandemonium had occurred. And so I inquired what happened. And I also asked the people gathered there, where is Pastor Krobia and Pastor Bechi?
Papa and Crophobia tuo. Abeti tuo.
Now, the response they gave me was that there were some unidentified people who had caught Reverend Krobia, put him in a car, and they were the ones who were shooting the guns, and they took him away somewhere, they don't know.
In fact,
I was really frightened because I didn't know what was happening.
Police car bi and our police patrol team car.
Narration see and the coso in a nutshell. Near Papa Vessel can say, ni position no, can yet sound say a banner, and a police phone away sent to Magunum. Na a bois or the bois or Mampany, and in a bedi any MPP abano, and yet radio. Obey not from DPR, senior also, they will pay or they will be a return match. Now, penny from Bissam say, Crona item, ya war lost 2 and Abaco for big men, Nabaco for small men, Anna. Over to you.
I don't know. I find it difficult to understand. Now, how can the president be responsible for this? The area, no, the police should handle all these issues. And then if there is anything, the whole country will know.
Okay, Mr. Yaya.
To say, you want to call...
Mr. Yaya.
Yo, Mr. Donko, me we asem we no. Yede yaka, anase yataka. Say, wohwe ni me be koso a, ni me bi ntwaye. Ewo senia asrafo no, anase police for no. Ene ye fence edi emrahwe mu nsam liye ni me bi a emfata. Opanyi no so aye bone na se mo kwa akwachi na awose mo fokwan a ye faso etini pa na mo de chi no. Na mo afasa akwa no so na se mo fa kwan bi a mo amumram etia me bi se na antwaye. Ana to so mi no panyi sisi em se asem no aye ne ya. Ne mo yen se ne yempese be ka fisia. Wa ye niema bebrebi bi wo akeka nsen bi wo ho no ma se sebi what to to niema ho a it doesn't pay, it doesn't tell you. So when Emma who say Yamano 2 means from Kubina or so what keka ne or keka but I already say Akobasa Abeba Umi in Tama penny for a service said I or the saying Asroboa aye Archidi and Kanya Sem. Sanity, Womuna, Womuna, when you want to
1 2 11 5 now. It's a grass that's surface. Ucha brody and so udia brody and kucha kwadu.
Aha. So.
Enti no. Ni betu yoko tedwem.
Esa.
Enti mpanyifo medamo nyina ase. Em say ni edru no. Ye de bia beba wie na memo bia 1 minute na wasam up. Ni ahwe say Ghana bleeding no yebetimi enya first aid man ansa na kodu doctors ho a nti misa asiedu bacho mama your final words 1 second Mr. Gomenasai Mr. Sorry
okay this the Martin Luther King ne saying bia me feel say it to me tom with trimu said you tutumfo bero America or say if you can't fly then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. We have to move forward. We have to progress. With all these difficulties, you know. Sorry. Because a nipa is just like entatia, bees, social animals. If we can work like perfect social animals, I tell you, nothing is impossible. But and this it be first awareness the bemwa and awareness will come. That be a man for better all these simple common sayings. It's going to help us to lead a very good life.
That's it. Mr. Yaya.
Mr. Uncle. You may that's it. Me and Yamaka attract for us. Greedy pesamen kuminya elsi jai na yenya empenyufo so they should think for tomorrow yenya empenyufo mo dwinema daache yiyo abre o hwe empenyufo mo man nyina na omu yafunu ene enne ene uchina adwen na wo ana sese yenu ngoma so a na se yesia ngoma so a we should be able to think and apply common sense to the knowledge that we have. So, until India, one, yetimi enfa nyansa enka ho na yenye ne fata. Ye here ansa ne aye ne fata. Na
this is Jafric Radio.
Money every year. So, na ye insu kasapa. Ye fantete emofra no. Na obunyini a owan kwatiri sa akwan na ye betiti wo mu no enso amaye ne ye enebi ana ye pese ye tu na e o se hyase esua se ye benan ne mo wuntimi nsore preko na wuntu entu se wo betu na watu wuntimi sa that if you want to fly one day you need to first stand up and walk. You cannot fly into fly. So, if you know never say you see na you pay for no ultimate no who say we are said ni
this is Jafric Radio.
Say unua be didi na won so didi na oman na akonkan e was penyufo na colonial masters no enye de wutete ye no omu no si omu de tete ya yenso yemfa nyansa hu so omu ho no ye na ekoso na yen apply common sense no yetimi ye bi ma yenso ye chimba me da passe
so da was say yeti bibia beba wi ansana mema me final comments no me were 1 or 2 announcements bi ho no myself so onwa mo abam as a pasha I also watch yen that is so be watch yen na nia Mr. Yosin so Mr. Waya na wafre yen na ye hu ni e be ya amawo na me Thomas Ejemensa also so watch na Grace Ajin Jani wa also so watch yen ene mo amaka mo watch yen nyina yeda mo nyina ase ene mo buy in your numbers yeah assure mo say tem bia no ebe mamo quality programs na mo so mo timi anya hoden a contribute da mo nyina ase na ne meka de atwa to an say Ghana ye nyina nyame na meka obi a obeka no ontwa atro we are bleeding yen bleeding no enye say ye bleed say bibi na mo yen ya ane ama na basa ya hwe han na aba ade ase ye no ya anye afei na aboyu no mu na afei ya ka me ka say mribi opanyi bi kan say amanfo ye dede say opanyi bi na nsanki ama no post wo present government mu bi say wanye na adwuma yi ema obi nso kan say ai post ni enfema no say na bekoso ase no na onwa omo opposition no let's also more we government. Yes, say 1-2 elephants fight now is the grass which suffers. They say we are opposition, we are government more. Ye na yes suffer. Now we should say this present opposition no, is the most useless and the worst opposition parties ever because when we check government no, ameniama nyina aye basa. No one forget to say. Should they ever win the one here the first day na and on start attack one. And you know anyone say akwachi eko ama akwabenaba intino it will be their time. It's never. This sounds you know senior government no and I remember na koba no because of this abefu ebushi ama bibi to from pay no be ate. Yes say you share your kasa mu ni na.
This is Jafric Radio.
And you miss one friend etiefo ni ahwefo no se yesrewo a omommoa na yema na yeba akope eno ane Ghana ukọ baabia wontime kwaka se ofri omafofo so yehwe obi kwa wa baabi kwa na du a ohwe wani motimi say are you from Ghana that's what we say your identity ti yeme nkasa ni yem enye pepepe na ewandida so say se yesesen yesuban a ni aboa ye ho a oma no befa no ntuma pafia the munyina ase na ye de aseda be ma yan sponsors e be side omno sponsor ya hwe bibia ma ye sanso bi aseda ma chief engineer ono anso no ye CEO no so timi ichinchime fitie ma ye na me de aseda so be ma mo me panelist amobo a me kureni na mu ashoko me konsensam a mu yitu ho no e ma atiefo ne ahwefo anso vem e mo contribute pa mesira mo se bibia so e be frem no.
This is Jafric Radio.
Na ne metwa so ne se yesrem yem platform you know ye baso asabio tafrache ye didi atem ye kan sabe anyansasem ne obi anso ade ne de abeka ho nanso ewiasi ensatia na nyepe ebedu ba bi ne beka bibia ebe yobi de bi nso no enyo bi de ye kan ye oda na wasere anya oda nso a esrew fa cheyen na ye twa koyi ye behwe se ne ye be bibia ti se mo antie nka bi mu a radio kupon am a friend ya and ye ebesi ehia ti edamu nyina ase nyina obia enhwe ne ho yi ti se ye nam ye nyina ye sunsum ye fidie obi ankankoto obi fidie ti nyame jamu nyina baba right
Jafric Radio.
Nobody care what we do. Nobody care what we go through. Nobody care what we do. Your brand motivational speakers won't try and cry no. Your parents you know be SLY. Yes, I'm here. Someone say I'm not Betty Coco. When you my break up bed, Mulinki Mr. John. Yes, you are when you bed.
This is Jafric Radio.
Ready boss, the same no. Bebe mo. Ready boss, the same no. Bebe mo, mami. Ready boss, the same no.
Mama party nyeme na ekwo etwa kro no. Ebo na o share na bebem. Ghana will never bleed. Ntino untie no na mo pebi nto. Social media handles also. Okay.
Ready for show the share, you know, the bamboo, my
This is Jafric Radio.
Ejaka ube tromiti akaini emano. Nasa jala se upe wadi mwenye mwa. Mine uti fona boma suwa incho. Epa suda babika. Epe ocha babika. Epe faude babikira. Epe tabi babio. Epe yechio. Pepe fauda mamika o, pepe wachia mamika o, pepe fauda, pepe tabia baby o, pepe yecho, pepe suda mamika o, pepe wachia mamika o. Me betabia babio, me breyecho, ma wotiana mun gusuri tutu, wa maina ne cheko krobia, ero wotina baba mi wetia, apuya teni jeni wa bramoni, ajaba koma swade swediani sa, papa ajaka ube tromidi akaini emano, nasa jana sa wani mwana mwa mene wote fanya boma suwa incho pepe oja mameka o pepe fawudio mameka o pepe suja mamekira pepe tabia pepe o pepe yacho pepe suja mameka o Everybody was shouting. What